Mabuhay! Good day, everyone. My name is Princess Leia Bota. You can call me Leia. Shall we start the presentation now? Thank you, Mabuhay. I will welcome you to this exciting promotional presentation of Destination of Batanes Island. It's more fun in the Philippines. It's a popular tagline here in our country. And welcome to Batanes Island. Batanes, also known as the home of the winds. Batanes is the northernmost and the smallest province in the country. There's a lot of beautiful places and amazing places also to visit in Batanes, and one of them, the Sabtang Islands. The Sabtang Islands is a pristine islands that can be found in the province of Batanes. It features several natural attractions like beaches, steep mountains, and deep canyons. Other one, we have Itbayat Islands. Itbayat Island is situated at the north of Batan Islands. Many people say that the island is shaped like a huge ball. And another one, we have Batan Islands. Batan Island is the most occupied islands in the province. It covers four municipalities: Basco, Ibana, Bugan, and Mahatao. Basco is the center of commerce and the seat of the local government. And we have Mount Araya. Mount Araya is an inactive volcano in Batanes. It has an elevation of 1,517 meters according to the record. The last eruption of the volcano was in 505 AD. Mountaineering, trekking, and trailblazing are recommended sport activities that can be done on the mountain. Also, we have Yami or Amyanan. It's also called as Orchid Islands, status or coconut crops, flourishing in the place. It is also rich in marine life. So, we have the Atay Beach. The Atay Beach is a stunning and amazing bay with multicolored rocks and white sand. The area of the beach is perfect for picnics and beach combing. And also we have Shawa Cave. Shawa Cave is an enchanted cave with a natural salt bed. The mouth of the cave faces the South China Sea. The area is ideal for adventure seekers who love spelunking. And lastly, we have Mount Matarim. Mount Matarim is a extinct volcano with an elevation of 495 meters. Want to learn something about Batanes Islands? Sit back and relax. Here we come. The history of Batanes Islands. History of the Batanes Islands. Batanes is an archipelago province in the Philippines, administratively part of the Cagayan Valley region. It is the northernmost province in the country and is also the smallest both in population and the land area. The capital is Basco, located on the islands of Batan. The islands group is located approximately 162 kilometers north of the Luzon mainland and about 190 kilometers. 120 miles south of Taiwan, Pingtung Country, separated from the Babuyan Islands of Cagayan Province by the Balintang Channel and from Taiwan by the Bashi Channel. The entire province is listed in the UNESCO tentative list for inscriptions in the World Heritage List. The government has been finalizing the site's inscriptions, establishing museums and conservation programs since 2001. 7 intangible heritage elements of the Ivatan have been set by the Philippine government in its initial inventory in 2012. The elements are undergoing a process to be included in the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. The ancestors of today's Ivatans descended from Austronians who migrated to the islands 4,000 years ago during the Neolithic period. They lived in fortified mountain areas called ijangs and drank sugar cane, wine, or palek. They also used gold as currency and produced a thriving agriculture-based industry. They were also seafarers and boat builders. Batanes was a major site for the maritime jade road, one of the most extensive sea-based trade networks of a single geological material in the prehistoric world, operating for 3,000 years from 200 BCE to 1000 CE. In 1687, a crew of angling freebooters headed by the slaver William Dampier came with a Dutch crew and named the island in honor of their country nobility. In 1783, the Spanish claimed Batanes as part of the Philippines under the auspices of Governor General. In 1790, Governor Guerrero decreed the Batans were to live in the lowlands and leave their remote ijang. By 1850s, it caused being a rich Son Ilocos came to the islands and integrated with the local population. By 1890, many Batans were in Manila and became ilustrados who then brought home with them the revolutionary ideas of the Katipunan. These Batans who were then discontented with the Spanish rule killed the ruling General Portella and declared the end of Spanish rule in 1909. The new American authorities organized it into an independent province. In 1920, the first wireless telegraph was installed, followed by an airfield. In 1930, new roads were constructed and Batanes High School was instituted. The morning of December 1941, the Batan Task Force from Taiwan landed on the Batanes Islands, which became the first American territory occupied by the Japanese. On December 10, 1941, the Naval Combat Force was withdrawn to participate in the invasion of Camiguin. One of the first school superintendents on Batan was Victor de Padua, an Ilocano who in 1942 during this Japanese occupation was made provincial governor. Early in 1945, the island was liberated by the Philippine Commonwealth Forces of the 1st and 12th Infantry Division of the Philippine Commonwealth Army. In 1984, Pasita Abad, the foremost Ivatan visual artist, became the first woman to be awarded the 10 Outstanding Young Men Award, breaking 25 years of male dominance. In her acceptance speech, she said, "It was a long overdue. The Filipino women were recognized as the Philippines was full of outstanding women." Referred proudly to her mother. In 1993, the Batanes Protected Landscape and Seascape, which encompassed the entire province, was listed in the tentative list of Philippine for UNESCO World Heritage Site. Inscription in the future. In 1997, the Indigenous People Rights Act of EPRA was passed in the Philippine Congress. The law paved the way for indigenous territorial, demographic, and geographical of Batanes Islands. The natives are called Batans and share prehistoric cultural and linguistic commonalities with the Babuyan on Babuyan Islands and the Tao people of Orchid Islands. This divided homeland is a result of the Dutch invasion of Taiwan in 1624. The southern half of the Ivatan homeland, the islands of Batanes, was reinforced and fortified by Spanish refuge from Formosa before being formally joined in in the 18th century with the Spanish government in Manila. The province has a total area of 219.01 square kilometer, comprising the islands situated within the Luzon Strait between the Balintang Channel and Taiwan. The islands are sparsely populated and subject to frequent typhoons. The largest islands, Batan, Bayat, and Sabtang, are the only inhabited islands. Distance from the origin to Manila. The distance from the capital city to Batanes is about 6 hours and 49 minutes or 446 kilometers from Manila to Batanes. Economic status of Batanes Island through tourism, statistics, and tourist arrivals. Department of Tourism named Batanes. Batanes being the smallest in the country in terms land area, with a population is about 17,000. This can be seen from record released by the Provincial Tourism Office of Batanes, showing an increase in tourist arrivals in 2018 about 50,460 tourists from 31,095 in 2017. Batanes Islands is a safe place to visit. There's almost zero crime rate in Batanes Islands. That is why Batanes is known to be one of the most peaceful provinces in the Philippines because of how honest and kind Ibatans are. They even have an honesty coffee shops where people buy goods even without the staff to attend to it. Meet the Batanes Islands Mayor, Demetrios Paul C. Noral. Language and dialect use. The language and people of the Batanes are known as Ibatan, the language of Langyu, Itbayat, Batan, and Jabta are mutually intelligible with dialects between islands and within islands. Best time to visit and go in Batanes Island. The best time to visit Batanes is during the dry or summer season. In the Philippines, the months of March, April, May, and June are considered the hottest months with minimal rainfall. These are also best months to visit Batanes. How to get there to Batanes Islands? Giting has 2 airports. Pasco Airports for commercial flights from Manila and Itbayat Airport for local flight from Pasco. There are 4 to 8-seater local airlines that travel to Itbayat, while sea transportation is through a motorized bangka or palawa. Amazing accommodation to rest. We have Foundation Pasita, Ambay Hometel, Vela Hontumin, and many more. Where and do what food good to eat in Batanes? We have a lot of restaurants in Batanes like Tangway Bar and Grill, Estrigato, Galeteria, Cafe, and many more. And of course, we have a souvenir shops, a token to remember place you visit and stop by. In Batanes, we have Kaidiaan Souvenir Shop, Toledo's Souvenir Shop, and many more. What are you waiting for? Dayo na sa Batanes. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Take care.